Hello students, hope you are having a great day today. I am really super excited to meet you all through this video. In this video, I like to share with you some of the basic options available in Microsoft Word. I am pretty sure that through this you can create your own documents, your own project reports. So all the best and have patience to watch the video till the end. Now let's move into the video. I'll show you now two different assignments prepared by two different students and they were submitted to their class teacher. Okay, this is the first assignment. Now see here, this is the first assignment submitted by a student and he have done this assignment using Microsoft Word. Similarly, now this is the second assignment. Okay, this is also done through Microsoft Word. Now tell me which assignment will score better, the first or the second, this one or this one? Definitely the answer is the second assignment. Why? Because the second assignment was very neat, it is looking attractive and it is perfect. Now at the end of these sessions, you will also be able to create such assignments, such documents and reports. Okay, now how will you create a Microsoft Word document? For that you have to go to the start button and in the search bar type Microsoft Word. Okay, under the program you can see Microsoft Word. Just double click it, you will get the document. Now whenever you are creating the document for the first time, it will be titled as document 1. There is also another way of creating the document. I am just minimizing it. This is the minimize button. This is, you call it as the restore button. Okay, if I want to minimize the size of this particular document, just press this. You can see. Okay, if you have to maximize it, now click it again. So right now I am minimizing it and in the desktop, give a right click and under new, you can see Microsoft Office Word document. When you click here also, a new document will be generated. Okay, right. Now back to the document 1. Now, if I want to create a new document from the present document 1, I have to go to the Office button. This is what you call it as the Office button. Just click that. You can see the new option here, selected. When you select the new option, it will ask you what type of document you want. Right now, we'll go with a blank document. There are also other templates available in recent versions. You can use according to your requirement. But we are going to work with a blank document. So I'm selecting it and I'm just closing it. Okay, and here you can give the create button. Now when you just press the create button, you can see another document has been created and it is named as document 2. Okay, now I am just minimizing this. You can see the already open document, document 1. Now there is a dark black line here. This is what you call it as the cursor point. Cursor point indicates from where you can start typing your document. Okay, now if you want to open an already existing document from the present document, again you have to go to the Office button, select the open option. Now when you go near to the open option itself, you can see there are documents which are listed and these are the documents which were opened very recently. Now if I want a document named as learning, I can just double click it, it will get open. So this is how you can open an already existing document from the present document. There is also another option, go to the start button and when you double click open, it will ask you where you have your data source. So wherever you have stored your data source, from there you can select your file, document file. Okay, now let's cancel this. Now if I want to close this file, there are two options again. Either you can use this close button or you can go again to the Office button and give a close. Okay, so two ways through which you can close the existing document. Right now I am closing the present document. Okay, here you can see the word is titled as document 1. Want my file name to be online tutoring sessions. Okay, this is how I want to save my file. So what I have to do is just go to the Office button or you can also see a floppy disk over here. You can click there. Okay, now right now I'm going to the office button and I'm pressing save. Immediately it will ask you how I have to save. It is giving you a file name document2, but what I said, I need it as online tutoring session. So I'm deleting it and I'm typing it as online tutoring. Wait. Okay. Online tutoring sessions. Not necessary you should have such a lengthy file name, but I am just making you to understand. Okay, and how it is saved? It is saved as a Word document. Then give save. Immediately you can see the document 1 is now replaced by online tutoring sessions. If I want to copy the content of another document and I want that content to get pasted here, what I have to do is, now I have to select where my content is. Now, right now I am going to copy from Penguins. Okay, so this is where the document from which I am going to copy the contents. Okay, if I want the entire content of this document to get pasted there, initially I have to select all the contents. For that, either you can use your mouse and you can select it, okay, or you can go to the select option. And this select option is found under the editing category. Okay, just press the drop down here. You can find select all. Click that select all. Every content will be selected. Now from here, either you can press Ctrl C. Okay, or right click it and press copy. Otherwise, here under clipboard option also you can see there is a copy button. So you can use either 3 of this option to copy the content. So right now I am copying from here. I have copied now. Now what I have to do, I have to paste an online tutoring session. So what I am going to do, when I go to the status bar, I can see the 2 documents are open. I'll select online tutoring session. My cursor is over here. If I want to get pasted from the next line, just press an enter. Okay. Otherwise, go back to the original position. Now press Ctrl V. Or there is an option under the clipboard category called as paste. You can use this. Okay. Now I am going to click Ctrl V, which is the shortcut option for pasting. Can you see here all the document, all the content of the Penguin document with the same format is being pasted here. Now this is how you do copy and paste. Okay, this copy and paste can also be done in the same document also. For example, I want this particular line to get repeated. Okay, this line has to be repeated. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just pressing Ctrl C and tracing here and pressing Ctrl V. You can see again the same lines, sentences are pasted here. Okay, now this is how you can do copy and paste. Copy from another document or copy from the same document and paste it in another location. Similarly, if I doesn't want particular sentences or a paragraph to move from one location to another, it should not present in its original location. So what I have to do, for example, I want this particular lines, or this particular paragraph. I want to move this particular paragraph to as the last paragraph of this particular document. So what I have to do is, initially as I did before, I have to select this and then go for cut option, which is available under the clipboard category. Remember that all these options, select all, cut, copy, paste, everything is found under the home tab. Okay, so either I have to select cut option, or from the keyboard the shortcut key is Ctrl plus X. Okay, you have to just press Ctrl as well as X, and otherwise give a right click here. You can see the cut option. Just press cut option. You can see it is not present in the original position. Now, as I told you, I need that paragraph is the last paragraph of this document. Now, this document has only one page. You can see here. So, whenever you are typing more and more informations, the page numbers also increases. A document is a combination of all these pages. Okay. And also in the status bar, you can see how many words so far you have typed in this particular document. And similarly, Here you can see it is 100%, it is zoom. Okay, if you want only 90%, you can reduce it. All this you can do, right? I am going back with 100%. Now what we have to do, we have to paste the paragraph which we cut through Control X option. Okay, just press Control V. You can see here. So this is how you can do cut, copy as well as paste. Now I want these lines to look similar to that of these lines. Okay, that is, I'm talking about the format. I have to change the format of these two lines. This is looking very tiny. I want it to look similar to these lines. So what I have to do is initially select the format you want. Okay, this is how I want the format. So just select it and go to Format Painter option, which is available in the clipboard. Okay, now I am selecting Format Painter, and then when you select Format Painter, you can see there is a brush like icon. Now choose those two lines where you want to apply the format. Now you can see the change. Okay. Now let's move into the next category, the font category. Okay. Before that, let me delete this particular picture. I'll show you how to insert the picture later. Okay. Now, when you see under the font category, here a particular font is highlighted, a Calibri body. Now, this is what the font style which is applied to this entire document. Normally, whenever we are writing a letter, drafting a document, we use Times New Roman style. Okay. Now here is the Times New Roman style. There are also other quite different number of styles available. Okay, but we have selected the Calibri style. If you want to change the styles, you can go for Times New Roman or any other style as you wish. What I am going to do is, I am going to select all and I am going to give Times New Roman style. Okay, now this is what you call it as the font size, and you can change the font size, and parallelly you can see that there is a change in the document also, right? If I'm making it as 26, 22, so whatever size you need according to your requirement, you can modify it. I'm going with 14 now. Okay, right. And I'm going to give a title to these paragraphs. Okay, I'm going to give it as Penguins Amazing Bird. Okay, I'm typing it in caps. Now I like to differentiate the font size from the other paragraphs. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to select this. I'm doing it again, you can see. Okay, now I can go to the font size and I can increase the size. I'm making it as 18. Either you can do this, or here under styles you can see there are many different styles available. Normal, heading 1. As I told you, here this Penguins Amazing Bird is going to be the heading of this document. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select heading 1. And if I want to place it in the center of the document, what I have to do, go to the paragraph, and there are 4 different alignments. This is now it is selected in left alignment. This is what you call it as the center alignment. This is the right alignment, and this is justify. Okay, normally we want the headings to be in the center of the document. So I am choosing center. Do remember that whatever text you want to be in the center, that alone you have to select and you have to go for center option. Do not select the entire document. That is not at all necessary. Okay, right? Now I am placing my cursor here, and then I am pressing an enter. I want this to look little bold. What I have to do, I am going here. Already, as we have the style is already bold in nature, the bold option is enabled. Now if it is not so, you can enable it. Now I want to look it in italics, I can do that. Now I want it in underline, I can do it. Okay, I want to increase the font size, that also you can do. No restrictions, it all depends on your creativity. So under font you have bold, italic, underline, similarly font style and font size. Now you can see a capital A and a small capital A over here. This shows that when you want to increase the font size, if I want this particular size to increase, I doesn't want to even go to font size. I can select this. Initially, you have to select the heading. Just select the heading. Okay. Now, When I press this, you can see the font size is increasing. Okay, now if I want to decrease it, you can also decrease it. This is also another option through which you can grow your font size or you can decrease your font size. Okay, now if I want my text to be, whatever text I have selected to get strike, that also I can do. See here, you can see. Now if you doesn't want it, just place your cursor over here, select it, and then just click it, but click the strike through again. Hope you find the change. Now if I want a number to get inserted, like 2 power 6, what I have to do is just type 2 and then 6 along with that. Okay, now select 6 and give this superscript. Okay, now when you press superscript, you can see here it is 2 power 6. Now if I want a to the base 3, what I have to do? I have to type a and then 3 along with it. As I told you, I want 3 alone to be in the base. So I have to select only 3 and then go for this subscript option. Just press that, you can see the change. I'll grow the size of this so that you will identify the change made. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm just deleting it because it is not necessary for our document. Okay, now you can see the heading color. The heading color is blue because the style what we selected is blue in color. Okay, wherever your cursor is there, that converts to the text style. Okay, now I'm placing it again. Now there are also different styles over here. You can see here, you can change the colors, you can change the fonts, everything you can do. But normally we doesn't go for it, right? We have our own creativity. Now I'm selecting Penguins. I doesn't want this blue color. And going to the font color, this is what you call it as the font color option. A capital A along with a text color. Okay, choose it. Now I'm going for some other colors like green. Okay. Now, I want to get this heading to be highlighted. What I have to do, to the nearby it, I can see another font, A and B. This is what you call it as the text highlight color. Just press that icon. You can see various options. I'm going with yellow itself. Okay, I'm just pressing it. You can see the change. I want to change the alignment of the text other than the heading. So what I have to do is I have to choose the entire document or the text where I have to change the alignment, and then I can go for the alignment option. This is the justification option. Usually it aligns the left and right margins similar to that of you draw lines in the border lines in the assignment sheets and all, the same thing. So what happens, both the left and the right margins, it get compressed and you get a justified way. Okay, I'll show you the change. See here, I'm selecting this particular 2 paragraphs, that's along. Okay, and I'm going for justification. You can see now, immediately, right, I'm deselecting it. Again, hope you have understand what the change, the justification alignment does. Normally, when we type a letter or a report, we go for justified. Okay, right. Now I have to, you can see all the lines are very closely arranged. I want space in between them. So under the paragraph category, you have something called as line spacing. Here it is 1 by default, but I want it as 1. Just choose 1.5 and this is how the spacing will be. This looks quite neat now. Okay, so you can change according to your requirements. And here all you can see a red color mark underline, that is the after the sentence there is no space. Now just press a space bar, you can see the lines disappearing. Okay, this is how you can make modifications. And sometimes you can see a green line. Now the green line indicates that there is some grammatical errors, and that is the reason green line appears. Okay, now you can see these 2 paragraphs looks neat compared to these paragraphs, isn't it so? So this is how you can make changes. Now, I want certain important points to be listed off, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or using some, you call that as bulletin points. What you have to do, I'll show you. Here you can see, here are some fun facts. So I'm deleting this particular line and I'm just entering it. I'll give here the title as facts. I'm making it as bold. For making it bold, you doesn't want to go here and select. You can, from the keyboard, you can press Ctrl B. Okay, you want underline, you can go for Ctrl U. Okay, right, now this is my first point. My second point is most penguins live in southern hemisphere. Okay, I'm deleting this hyphen. Okay, this is my second point. Now my third point is, this is my third point. This is the only penguin species which is wild. It's a general knowledge, right? Galapagos. Okay, right. So these are the 3 points which I have to list it separately. I'll add one more. Okay. Right. We have another point also. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all these points has to be highlighted. Either it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or with a symbol. What can be done? Choose that. Go for this particular options. Now for line spacing, there is a double-headed arrow option. Here you have 1, 2, 3. Similarly dots. Either you can go for symbol bullets or you can go for numerical bullets. You call it as numbering itself. So I'll show how numbers are selected. Immediately you can see the change. I want it in Roman letters, that also can be done. Now I want it in a symbol bullets. You can see bullets. This is the way it appears. Right? Okay, now I want to make this bullets look bold. Just give Ctrl B. That's it. Okay. Now this is how you are making changes in the document. You are improving your presentation of the document using the font as well as paragraph formats. Okay, the styles also helps you. Now I need to find the word now, and I have to replace the word with other word. Okay, for example, here instead of cold I need heart. What I have to do, and this cold is repeated in many paragraphs. I can't go for a manual check. What I have to do, just go to find, just give find. You can see here find what? It has to go for finding cold. Okay, here itself you have find and replace option. So just select replace. Replace with what? Hot. Okay. I am saying wherever you are finding cold in this document, it has to be replaced with hot. Now for that you have to press replace all. That's it. It says there are 3 areas where cold was found and I replaced it with hot. Okay. So this is how you have to perform find and replace. Now you can see the change here. It is converted to hot. Okay, right, now if I have to go to another page number, now you can see there are 2 pages here, 1 of 2. This is the first page, have to go to the second page. But think that you have about 100 pages. You are in the first page and you have to go to the 100th page. What you have to do is just go over here. There is a small drop down button. Press that and you can see a go to option. Just click it. It is asking you, there are different sections, okay, there are various options it is given. I want only the page number, so I say the page number is 2. When I just click 2 and press go to, you can see it is now in the second page. It has been mentioned here, page 2 of 2. Now, so far we have discussed the options under the home tab, the clipboard category, the font category, the paragraph and the styles as well as find, replace, select all. Now there are 2 more things which I like to share with you. One is there is something called as theme colors. If I press theme colors, you can see the area, whatever you have chosen, it will give a color to it. I'll show in the first page because we have already made a change in it. Okay, I want the color of this particular area to get changed. This is not like highlighting, it is giving a shading. You are giving a background. So you can go for this. You can see here, there is a background color appearing. Okay, hope you can see here. Now this also comes in hand in certain situations. Right now we doesn't want it, so I am going for no color. Right, but you have to select it. Remember that always. Give no color. There will be no color. And similarly, if I want a border for the area which I have selected, for the text which I have selected, this is where the border option is. You can see whatever border style you want, you can just press that. If I want all borders, I can give all borders. There will be a border line appearing. So this is also another way to highlight a particular text. Okay, now similarly if you have a name from A to Z, but it is not arranged properly, there is an option over here called as sort. A and Z is present and a downwards arrow will be there. Now if you just press this, those names will get rearranged in the ascending order or in the descending order as you wish. Similarly, you can increase or decrease the paragraph spacing. That can also be done. I'll show you. Wait, now this is the paragraph I'm selecting, okay, and I'm pressing this. You can see here, okay, there is a change. Now I'm decreasing it. This is increasing and this is decreasing. That can also be done. Okay, so this is called as indent spacing icons. You can increase or you can decrease or you can increase the paragraph spacing. So whatever options we have discussed so far, it comes under the home tab. We have clipboard category, font category, paragraph, styles as well as editing. Okay, all these categories, frankly speaking, are the base for all the Microsoft Office functions. Okay, whether you work in MS Excel or whether you work in MS PowerPoint, this Control B or alignment, everything will come in handy for us. So that's all for today's video. Hope you would have got a clear understanding about all the basic functions. From tomorrow onwards, we discuss the remaining tabs available in MS Word.